Hello, I'm Jared Wright, and I'm here with
Mike Boylan. Hey.
We're going to talk about the Sidekicks for a moment. We're going to talk about the Sidekicks, but we're going to talk about you first.
Oh, okay.
So, tell me a little bit about your experience with improv.
I think I probably started doing improv when I was doing children's theater and growing up in Massachusetts. Improv is a good way to get kids into theater because you're playing games and you're teaching them the skills that you want them to learn. In college, I did sketch comedy. I took a couple classes in Dad's garage afterwards. Did theater here, and then we launched Sidekicks, and I've been participating in the group in the workshops.
So how do you prepare for the shows?
I like to listen to loud music coming up, get my energy level up. But once I get kind of on stage and with my friends, we all start to kind of goof off with each other, and that just raises the energy level. So just trying to get a natural energy burst and try to maintain it for. We get here, we stretch out, kind of talk about our week, what went well. But again, it's just kind of us goofing around with each other and cutting off.
Excellent. So what would you say was your personal improv style?
I like to do characters. For me, if I can find the voice of somebody, that's where I kind of spin off from. So I think if you come to the show, you'll see I'll probably launch into different accents that I like playing with, and that's usually where I ground things.
So where do you draw on your inspiration for some of the voices that you do?
Just people I've heard. I love comedy. I'm a comedy nerd, so anybody that I've heard do a voice, I'd probably try to do my version of that.
So what do you think is the most challenging part of learning about improv and performing improv?
The biggest challenge, I think, is getting over your fear of failure, and secondly, it's the idea that you have to be funny. If you just stick with it, follow the rules, trust the people that you're with, it'll be organically funny. And then sometimes things don't work, and it's okay, and just gotta kind of move on. Those are some tough lessons to learn early on.
I can imagine, because it's hard to kind of roll with the punches if you're not used to that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any favorite characters that you created while doing improv?
I mean, we do so many, we play so many games, but recently I got to bust out my Boston accent. I grew up in New England, so we did a deep sea fishing sketch, and I played a Bostonian sea captain, which was very fun.
Nice. And our last question. So I've heard that one important rule of improv is that you are supposed to make your fellow performer or your partner look good. How do you do that?
The best way to do that is to be a good listener, see where they're going with it, and one of the most important improv principles is yes and. So whatever gets thrown out, you accept it and build on it and give it back to them. Kind of trust that they know where they're going, and you're just there to help.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't say no.
Never say
no.
Never.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thanks very much. It was fun. See you at the show.